One of the ongoing activities of AMEE, which goes on in between the conferences and indeed all year round, is running the Essential Skills for Medical Education course. And this is an exciting initiative which you can buy into and enroll and join us for a 12-week course online. The one that we broadcast around the world goes literally around the world, and we've had participants from more than 30 countries. And right now I'm joined by Professor Heidi Chumley, who is the Executive Dean of the American University of the Caribbean. And I'm going to ask Heidi now, why have you chosen to send or facilitate the participation of members of your staff to come and join the ESME online?
Yes, absolutely. Let me give the audience a little context about where I work. American University of the Caribbean is located on the lovely island of St. Martin in the Caribbean. We have about 400 students a year, so about 1,600 students total, and we're a graduate entry medical school. There on the island of St. Martin, which is quite lovely but quite small, we have usually between 35 and 40 full-time faculty. And these faculty are dedicated to the teaching of the medical sciences of our students. After our students complete that phase, they go off to the United States, the United Kingdom, for their clinicals. But we have a great opportunity, a great start for them there in St. Martin. So I have a cohort of 35 to 40 faculty members who come from many different parts of the world and have all different levels of experience in teaching medical students. So one of the things about ESME that has been absolutely fantastic is it gives a great set of the skills that every educator needs, no matter where you come from or whom you're teaching, and it brings a common and shared language and shared experience to a faculty who come from many different parts of the world.
But if I just got this right, basically it's almost a preclinical school. There are some clinical opportunities there, but mostly the clinical years are later. Is that?
That's correct.
Yeah.
So we do, as do most schools, we bring in some early clinical experiences, but it's a very small healthcare system there in St. Martin. So it is really largely the medical sciences that they do.
Surely, yeah. Right. And in that situation, there are opportunities, I imagine, for rural placements or clinical placements in the towns and villages on the island. Yeah.
So Island St. Martin is on the Dutch side where we are. It's about 37 square miles. So there's not a lot that's very far away from anything. There's one major hospital on the Dutch side, one major hospital on the French side. So our students do have the opportunities to go and work with the local physicians, either in primary care or specialties in the hospitals. Yes.
And I've had the experience and the privilege of being tutor for some of those people over the years where you've been able to send faculty. And there've been a whole range of people, and they weren't all doctors, which is a surprise.
That's correct. So we have on our faculty there in St. Martin, we have doctors and we have PhD trained scientists who work very closely together to deliver an integrated curriculum for our students. And many of them have greatly enjoyed and benefited from the ESME courses.
The course obviously is meant to be generic, and I think I've heard in the past that it's an advantage for faculty administrators to know about these sort of principles of teaching as well.
It is. We have had both administrators and faculty complete the program. And in fact, one of the great things, because it's online and a very flexible program to take, we have had cohorts go through the program together. So we can show the program to a group of people after sessions. It gives an opportunity for discussion amongst the group and just really even immediate, how am I going to use this in tomorrow's teaching activities with the students and tomorrow's assessment activities with the students? What does the new knowledge for the administrators, how does it help them understand the challenges that the faculty have?
One of the big surprises I had when I was tutoring a group was to discover that some of the people were vets, and that suddenly my questions about communication skills didn't quite apply. They had to communicate with other people, of course. That was great, and so it is generic, and as you say, the skills which we teach in the course about curriculum development, about how to engage learners, are applicable to all sorts of people. Has it been possible to gauge, or have you been able to observe the benefits that these people have brought back after a while? You had 3 years now?
It has been 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
Yeah, it has been 3 years. We did have a little excitement in that period of time with a big hurricane, but but what we've seen over the 3 years is that certainly the faculty that have been engaged in these courses have a common language. They work together. We see them doing more educational research. We see them improving their assessments to the students, preparing themselves for promotion, either typical faculty promotion or even moving up to leadership positions in the university.
One of the excitements which I've had as a tutor, when we've been doing the courses in other countries, and a face-to-face course is different from an online course, but I get an essay back from the face-to-face people, and they're really describing how they've applied the work that they've learned to their own particular environment. So that's good.
Yes.
And then what about students? Because I remember having students as well in my group from your university.
Yes. Well, at AUC we have a very engaged student body, and we do promote the courses to a group of students. We have a very strong student government association. We have students heavily involved in our curriculum committee and in how we choose technologies to work with our students in many other ways. And we do find that there's a group of those students that are really considering careers that involve teaching, and they enjoy getting started in those developing those skills early.
Yeah, and I think you said that the course gives them all a common language and a common understanding of principles of medical education, so they can communicate better and maybe participate more fully in faculty development discussions. That's interesting. Do you imagine being able to send more students in the future?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, absolutely. It is, it's probably the ultimate in student engagement when they begin to understand a lot of the things that lie behind the teaching and the things that their faculty are doing, are improving on, or learning how to do for them. And certainly when students become good at assessment, they become good at self-assessment and improve their performance. So
I mean, a spin-off benefit for the University of American University of the Caribbean would be an Aspire Award, wouldn't it? Because student engagement in the curriculum is one of the criteria for an Aspire Award, which you feel you deserve.
Certainly something to think about.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks very much for telling us about this. But one last question. You chose the ESME course, which we run through AMEE. Did you consider or look at other courses or similar courses anywhere else? Or why did you choose AMEE, in other words?
Sure. So interestingly enough, AUC belongs to a big parent company. And in our parent company, we have another medical school, which is the vet school, the largest nursing school in the United States, a common need for basic teaching skills across a very large faculty, many different places. So we actually did an extensive look, looked at many different things, and even considered creating our own. But the AMEE Essentials really had everything we needed. There was no need for us to recreate that, and it's been an excellent program.
It's been great to meet you this year in the AMEE conference.
Thank you.
Just quickly, what benefits have you experienced by being here in
Vienna?
Vienna.
You've been to a number of conferences, haven't you?
Sorry, apologize. Vienna. The benefits for you personally of being here.
Sure. So this is only my fifth AMEE, so I'm a fairly new comer to international medical education and also to AMEE. But this is certainly I would say the premier medical education conference, and what I enjoy best is just meeting people from so many different countries. Everywhere. I'm not sure how many countries are represented here, but it is a lot. Over 100 countries. Yeah. And we all have the same challenges about medical education. It's many more similarities than differences, regardless of the types of countries people come from, the types of students that they train, the types of healthcare systems that they're going to practice in, really a lot more similar than different, and it's fabulous to meet people from all over the world.
Thank you very much, Heidi, for your time and for coming to tell us, and best wishes as you experience more of the ESME program in your medical school. Thank you.
Thank you very much.